Cuisine Uzzle, the epitome of culinary excellence, with a side of laughter. Picture this, a culinary masterpiece so extraordinary, it could make Joan Rivers crack a joke about teen socks. Enter the original Cuisine Uzzle Mountain in Albuquerque, the mecca of New Mexican cuisine that'll leave you both satisfied and in stitches. The food, oh my goodness. It's like a symphony that dances on your taste buds, with flavors that make your tongue do a salsa dance. Their pozole is a giant bowl of comfort that'll warm your soul like a warm hug on a chilly night. And let's not forget the shrimp tacos, plump and juicy, ready to conquer your heart and palate. But it's not just the grub that'll tickle your funny bone. Their server, Luis C., is a comedic treasure. Attentive, yes, but with a wit that'll make you question if he's moonlighting as a stand-up comedian. Now, let's dive into the ambience. It's upscale, but let's be real, it's New Mexico. You'll find yourself surrounded by locals, all with that unique Albuquerque charm that'll make you feel like you've stepped into a sitcom. And let's not forget the neighborhood. It's like a well-manicured version of Breaking Bad, with lush lawns and beautiful homes that'll make you wonder if Walter White ever cooked his blue meth in the backyard. But seriously, folks, Cuisine Uzzle is the real deal. From the moment you enter the bustling restaurant, you'll sense the culinary greatness that awaits. Just don't be surprised if the locals chuckle at your attempt to pronounce pozole. It's like trying to master the art of habanero without setting your mouth on fire. So, if you're in the mood for a dining experience that's as unforgettable as it is hilarious, make your way to Cuisine Uzzle. And remember, laughter is the best seasoning unless it's red chili powder, then that's the best seasoning. You know you found a good spot when there's a wait at 9:30 on a Saturday morning, and it's not even football season. Go Lobos. The pharmacy is a little place, but they've got it figured out. They've got indoor seating, outdoor seating, and first available seating. I'm not sure what first available seating is, but it sounds like a great way to get your order in early. The waitress was really nice, and she was all over it. She knew the menu inside and out, and she was happy to make recommendations. I got the biscuits and gravy with green chili, cheese, bacon, and egg on top. It was delicious. The biscuits were fluffy, the gravy was creamy, and the green chili was just the right amount of spicy. My friend got the waffle with strawberries. It looked delicious, and she said it was. She also got a mimosa, which she said was perfect. Overall, the pharmacy is a great place to eat. The food is delicious, the service is great, and the atmosphere is fun. I'll definitely be back. P.S. If you're going for brunch, be prepared to wait. But it's worth it. Salt and Board, where your taste buds do a happy dance. Picture this, a cozy little joint tucked away in the heart of Albuquerque, where the air crackles with anticipation and the aromas dance enticingly on your senses. That's Salt and Board, my friends. Step inside and behold a whimsical wonderland where lush greenery mingles with industrial chic. You'll feel like you've stumbled upon a secret garden filled with the promise of culinary delights. Yes, even Bob Ross himself would be painting this scene. Now, let's talk about that menu. It's like a choose-your-own-adventure book for foodies. Starters like the avocado toast of the gods will leave you wondering why you've never experienced the holy union of avocado, greens, and everything spices before. And the charcuterie boards. Oh my, they're like tiny masterpieces, adorned with meats, cheeses, and spreads that'll make you forget all about your plans to lose weight. But don't just take my word for it. The Cuban sandwich is a symphony of flavors, a masterpiece of pressed perfection. And the root vegetable salad is a refreshing symphony of arugula, fennel, and beets, reminding you that vegetables can be downright magical. And let's not forget the liquids. Salt and Board boasts a wine list that'll make a sommelier squeal with delight. Plus, they've got an Oktoberfest on tap that'll make you question the need for lederhosen. Now, here's the catch. This place is popular, so be prepared to show up hungry and ready to wait. But trust me, it's worth it. The friendly staff will keep you entertained with their witty banter and impeccable service. And if you're lucky, they might even throw in a few extra crostini just for laughs. So, dear foodies, gather your taste buds and head to Salt and Board. Prepare for a culinary adventure that'll leave you grinning from ear to ear and wondering why you've wasted so much time on all those other restaurants. Because at Salt and Board, you'll be saying namaste to your taste buds. Fork Fig, where the food is divine and the service is not so much. If you're looking for a place where the food will make you sing and dance, but the service will make you want to tear your hair out, then Fork Fig is your spot. Chef Josh Kennan, the culinary mastermind behind this masterpiece, has crafted a menu that's like a symphony for your taste buds. The citrus salad is a veritable explosion of freshness, with crisp leaves that snap in your mouth and citrus that's so juicy, you'll feel like you're on a tropical vacation. The green chili burger is a work of art, topped with a perfect fried egg and accompanied by a side of smoked cauliflower that's so good, you'll forget all about your diet. But here's where things get a little interesting. The service is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. You might have a server who's as attentive as a hawk, or you might get one who's so spaced out, they'll forget your order before they even bring you water. It's all part of the charm, I guess. One time, I ordered an enchilada and waited so long for it that my hunger evolved into a full-blown existential crisis. When it finally arrived, the beef brisket was so grey and flavourless, I couldn't help but wonder if it had been boiled in the tears of a sad clown. But hey, at least the atmosphere is nice. The music is chill, the decor is cozy, and the staff is always smiling, even if they're not always the most efficient. So, if you're looking for a culinary adventure that's guaranteed to give you a good laugh, Fork Fig is the place for you. Just be prepared to wait a bit for your food, and don't be surprised if your server tries to upsell you on a side of sarcasm with your meal. Tasty Noodles Dumplings is one of those places that makes you wonder why you ever bothered going to any other Chinese restaurant in Albuquerque. It's like the difference between dating a supermodel and dating your cousin. The dumplings are so good, they'll make you forget all about your ex-girlfriend who stole your dog. The Mongolian beef is so tender, it'll melt in your mouth like a snowflake on a hot summer day. And the Mapo tofu is so spicy, it'll make your sinuses clear up like a magic bullet. But the best thing about Tasty Noodles Dumplings isn't the food. It's the owner, Chef Wu. He's like the Chinese version of Louis C.K., only with better food and a thicker mustache. He'll come out to your table and chat you up like your old friends, and he'll make sure you have everything you need. The only downside to Tasty Noodles Dumplings is that it's so popular, you might have to wait for a table. But trust me, it's worth it. It's like waiting in line for a roller coaster that shoots you into space. So if you're looking for the best Chinese food in Albuquerque, look no further than Tasty Noodles Dumplings. Just be sure to bring your appetite, because you're going to want to order everything on the menu. P.S. If you see Chef Wu, tell him I sent you. He'll give you a free appetizer, and he might even let you pet his pet panda. Il Locoletto Rossi, where the pasta dances and the lobster ravioli sings Mamma Mia. This cozy Italian joint is like a little slice of heaven on a plate. As soon as you step through the door, you're greeted by Mario, the waiter who's as charming as an Italian stallion. The menu is a culinary odyssey, tempting you with everything from lasagna the size of a toddler to spaghetti that's cooked to perfection. Just be prepared to fight off your table mates, because everyone here brags that their dish is the best. I'm looking at you, Alfredo. Oh, and the desserts. Fugged about it. They're so out of this world, they should come with a warning label. The blackberry crostini is like a sweet and savory symphony in your mouth, and the cheesecake. Don't even get me started on the cheesecake. It's like a crispy, caramelized angel on a pillow of creamy perfection. But let's not forget the service. It's like you're dining with a family of Italian grandmothers, except they're all super efficient and don't pinch your cheeks. Rosalind, the co-owner, is a hostess extraordinaire, making you feel like you're the only person in the room. And the kids. Their adorable little helpers who'll make you wish you had a nonna to roll the gnocchi. Now, let's talk atmosphere. It's quaint, like a romantic hideaway, but with all the warmth and charm of an Italian grandmother's kitchen. Just be prepared for a little bit of a wait on weekends. It's like trying to get into a crowded pizza party, but with better wine and no awkward teenagers. So, if you're looking for an Italian experience that's both delicious and delightful, head on over to Il Locoletto Rossi. Just be sure to bring your appetite and a pair of stretchy pants. The pasta is so amazing, you'll end up rolling out the door like an oversized ravioli. In the heart of Albuquerque's Hill, next to a circus tent where they perform acrobatics with cutlery, you'll find 3128 Social House. Don't be fooled by the social in the name. As a wise man once said, I can't get any social interaction here, they won't let me bring my pet capuchin monkey inside. But let's not monkey around, haha, let's talk food. I'm sure you're wondering if the portions are as small as my patience with people who say literally when they mean figuratively. Well, let me tell you, the portions at 3128 are like a Chihuahua's appetite, adorably petite yet surprisingly satisfying. The catch of the day was cooked with the precision of a Swiss watchmaker, which is ironic because you could probably fit the fish in the back of my watch. The service. Oh boy, it's a performance worthy of a standing ovation. Imagine a symphony orchestra, only instead of violins, they're serving you champagne on the house. And when you complain about the wait, they don't offer a lame excuse like we're understaffed. No, they offer you a round of drinks and a personal serenade by the dishwasher. The atmosphere. Well, it's not exactly the Taj Mahal, but it has the warmth of a cozy hug from a slightly sweaty uncle. And if you're lucky, you'll get a table next to the fire pit, which is just as romantic as it sounds, like a bonfire, but with better wine and less chance of getting singed eyebrows. So, there you have it, 3128 Social House, where the food is divine, the service is exceptional, and the portions are just the right size for a well-behaved lapdog. Now, excuse me, I need to go and adopt a chihuahua to take with me next time I visit. Yo, check it. OKVY in the Duke City is the spot where fine dining and humor collide like a food fight in a comedy club. Picture this, you pull up to this swanky joint, expecting a stuffy old upscale experience. But man, oh man, is this place a breath of fresh air. The staff. They're like a stand-up comedy troupe, cracking jokes while they serve you gourmet grub. Imagine it, you're biting into their signature Witness the Fitness steak, and the server goes, that's not just a steak, it's a piece of meat that hit the gym. I mean, come on, who doesn't want a little laughter with their ribeye? And let's not forget the cocktails. They're so creative, you'll think you're at a molecular mixology show. My personal favorite is the Green with Envy Martini. It's like the Incredible Hulk of martinis, smashing through your mouth with a delicious, boozy thud. The ambience. It's like dining in a luxury treehouse. You've got these big, lush plants hanging from the ceiling, casting shadows like a jungle comedy routine. And the lighting. It's like a spotlight on the deliciousness, making every dish look like a masterpiece. Now, for the food. Oh man, it's the bomb diggity. Everything from the amuse-bouche to the petite fours is a culinary punchline. The small plates are so small, they're like the jokes at an open mic night. But don't worry, their large plates will leave you feeling full and satisfied, like Dave Chappelle after a Netflix special. So, my fellow foodies and comedy enthusiasts, if you're looking for a night out filled with laughter and deliciousness, OKVY is the place to be. Just remember to leave your sense of humor at the door because they've got a whole arsenal of their own. Antiquity Restaurant, a historical feast fit for a king y'all. If you ain't never been to Antiquity Restaurant in Albuquerque, you missing out on a culinary adventure that'll make you forget that green chili you've been chugging. This ain't no ordinary joint, folks. This is a time machine that takes you straight back to the good old days. Walk through the door and it's like stepping into a cozy castle. The walls are covered in paintings that'll make you think you're in the Louvre, and the smell of steaks cooking on a charcoal grill is enough to make your stomach start grumbling. Now, let's talk about the food. They ain't shy about using fresh ingredients and seasonings. The steaks are so juicy and tender, you'll think you're eating butter. And don't even get me started on the broccoli and cheddar mashed potatoes. They're like a warm hug from your mama. But wait, there's more. They got king crab legs so big, you'll need a catcher's mitt to hold 'em. And guess what? They cut 'em horizontally so you don't have to fight for every bite. That's like a gift from the food gods, y'all. The service is top-notch. The owner even swings by to make sure you're happy as a clam. And the waitstaff ain't no slackers. They'll keep your water glass full and your plate cleared faster than a hummingbird in a honeysuckle patch. Now, I ain't gonna lie, one time I got there a little late, but the owner was all apologetic and even gave me a free appetizer. That's what I call class, y'all. The only thing that might not be perfect is the bathrooms. They're a little on the small side, but hey, when you're stuffing yourself with crab legs and ribs, who needs a spacious restroom? So, if you're looking for a night out that'll feed your belly and take you on a historical journey, Antiquity Restaurant is the place to be. Just remember to make reservations early, cause it ain't no secret that this place is the bee's knees. You'll better buckle up for this culinary adventure. The Grove Cafe Market in Albuquerque is like the bank of breakfast spots. Now, hold on, I'm not saying it's gonna make you sing like a diva, but it'll definitely make your taste buds do a little dance. First things first, prepare for a line that's longer than a Kardashian's selfie stick. But don't let that scare you away, my thirsty friends. The tables turn faster than a politician's promise. Once you finally make it to the counter, it's like stepping into a gourmet wonderland. The menu is a never-ending scroll of mouth-watering options. I'm talking passion fruit curd French toast that's so good, even the haters will give it a thumbs up. And don't even get me started on those English muffins. They're so divine, you'll start singing hallelujah with every bite. The staff, well, they're like their team of hospitality. Even when the place is packed, they're hustling tables, delivering food, and making sure your experience is flawless. They're so efficient, they could make a sloth look like a cheetah. Now, let's talk portions. Listen up. This ain't your grandma's unlimited pancake buffet. The portions are on the petite side, but don't be fooled. These dishes pack a flavor punch that'll leave you satisfied and craving more. It's like the perfect balance between a light snack and a full-blown feast. And speaking of drinks, the mimosas are like liquid sunshine. They're so refreshing, you'll feel like you're sipping on a ray of golden goodness. And the lattice. Oh, my sweet caffeine lovers, they'll perk you up faster than a morning alarm clock. So, if you're looking for a breakfast spot that's got atmosphere, flavors, and service that's on point, then the Grove Cafe Market is your ticket to Tasterbird paradise. Just be prepared for a little bit of a line, but trust me, it's totally worth the wait. Howdy, partners. You're ready for a written tootin' good time at Frontier. Buckle up, cause this Albuquerque landmark is a hoot. First off, the food. It's like a rodeo for your taste buds. The breakfast burritos are like a sunrise over the sandias, full of fluffy hash browns and big, juicy eggs. And don't even get me started on the green chili cheeseburger. It's so spicy, it'll make you shoot fire like a dragon. Now, let's talk about the sweet roll. Y'all, it's a masterpiece. It's so buttery, it'll make you forget all your troubles. But be warned, it's not for the faint of heart. It's like a cowboy boot on a sugar high. Parking at Frontier is a wild ride. It's like a dusty trail on a windy day. You might end up circling the wagon a few times, but trust me, it's worth it. And once you get inside, you'll be greeted by the friendliest counter servers this side of the Mississippi. But here's the kicker, folks. Frontier is like a time machine that takes you back to the good old days. It's got a diner atmosphere with Western vibes, and the artwork on the walls is like a museum of New Mexican kitsch. So, if you're looking for a place to grab some home-style grub and have a good chuckle, Frontier is your huckleberry. Just be sure to bring your appetite and a sense of adventure. And remember, As they say in the Wild West, eat hearty, and watch out for the hombre with the big hat and the shiny belt buckle. Yo, listen up, Albuquerquans. I got the inside scoop on Rio Grande Social, the new kid on the block that's turning heads faster than a politician at a free lunch. First off, it's like the swankiest hangout spot this side of Nob Hill. It's all open and airy, with windows that make you feel like you're floating on clouds overlooking the Sandias. Now, let's talk food. Their social whip is like a tropical vacation in a glass. It's like Dole Pineapple took a shot of rum and decided to have a dance party in your mouth. And the rooster sandwich. Well, I'm no chicken expert, but let me tell you, that jerk chicken had a kick that would make a Jamaican budsolder cry out for mercy. But let's get real. Their chicken chicharron was a bit dry, like a mime's mouth after a long performance. And if you're expecting your burger to come with a side of personality, well, you might be disappointed. It's like they ordered it from a middle-aged, divorced dad menu. But hey, don't sleep on their service. The waitstaff is like a team of synchronized swimmers, gliding through the dining room with grace and precision. They'll even crack a joke or two, but don't expect a full-blown comedy routine. Overall, Rio Grande Social is like the perfect date. It's got its flaws, but it's still a good time. Just make sure you park your Escalade in the overflow lot, or you'll be doing more reverse maneuvering than a valet at a Vegas casino. So, if you're looking for a place to impress your out-of-town guests or simply have a night out with your squad, Rio Grande Social is the spot for you. Just be prepared to spend a little extra and don't forget your designated driver, because this pineapple whip is no joke. Hold on to your breaths, folks, because Nexus Brewery and Restaurant in Albuquerque is a culinary ride you won't want to miss. Picture this, a haven where comfort food and award-winning beers dance together like Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. The green chili bacon mac and cheese is enough to make your taste buds sing the Hallelujah chorus. It's like the holy trinity of cheese, bacon, and New Mexico's iconic green chilies. But don't just take my word for it. One satisfied customer raved about the pulled pork sandwich, saying it was so juicy it could make a desert bloom. And then there's the two-piece NM hot chicken that, according to another reviewer, wasn't spicy enough to make their eyes water. But hey, at least it came with tasty fried pickles. Now, about the beer. Nexus's brews are like the rock stars of the craft beer scene. The Beam Me Up Scotty Ale and the Lush Imperial Stout will have you calling for an encore. And if you're feeling extra fancy, splurge on the Honey Chamomile Wheat. It's like sipping on a ray of sunshine on a cold day. But what's a great meal without top-notch service? The staff at Nexus will make you feel like you're their only customer, even if the place is packed like a sardine can. They'll treat you with the charm of a Southern Belle and the efficiency of a Navy SEAL. So, next time you're craving comfort food with a side of award-winning beer, head on down to Nexus Brewery and Restaurant. Just be prepared for the possibility of a wait. After all, everyone loves a place where the food is so good, it's worth waiting for. But don't take my word for it. As the great Chris Rock once said, if you don't like Nexus Brewery and Restaurant, then I don't know what you like. You might like jazz, you might like hip-hop, but you definitely don't like good food and beer. At Boone Pro Show Albuquerque, the food is so delicious, you'll forget all about the questionable parking situation. And don't worry about the coal, they've got heaters on the outside patio. But seriously, their shredded beef bowl and Eras con Polo are both to die for. The staff is so friendly, they'll even bring you your food and check on you when they're bringing other people's food over. And the prices are so reasonable, you'll be able to afford to eat here every night. Just a pro tip, if you're feeling lazy, leave your car at the Botanical Garden and walk across the street. It's a scenic route, and you'll be able to build up an appetite for all the delicious food you're about to eat. Enjoy. Y'all, listen up. I went down to Seared in Albuquerque, and let me tell you, it's like they took all the best parts of a steakhouse and a fine dining joint and had Emma baby. The service. On point like a Swiss watch. Dominic, the bartender, knows more about the menu than Google. And the owners. They're so attentive, they make you feel like you're the only one in the restaurant, even when it's packed. The food. Oh Lord, it's a party in your mouth. I had the lamb once, and I still dream about it. It was so tender, it was like I was eating a cloud of meat. And the steak, Diane. It's like they took a steak, dipped it in heaven, and grilled it to perfection. Now, I know some people are talking about the prices, but let me tell you this, when you're eating food this good, you're not just paying for the meal, you're paying for an experience. It's like going to a concert and paying extra for VIP tickets. And trust me, the experience here is worth every penny. The atmosphere is cozy and romantic, like a candlelit dinner with your sweetheart. I mean, they even got cutlery that looks like it came from a fancy Italian restaurant. So, if you're looking for a night out that'll make you feel special and leave your taste buds singing, head on over to Seared. Just don't forget your credit card because they got a surcharge if you try to use your debit card. Unless you're cool with being the one guy in the restaurant who pays with cash, like some kind of caveman. Well, hello, my pretties. Welcome to Flatiron Bites Brews, Albuquerque's culinary oasis where every bite is a giggling fit. Picture this, a cozy, family-owned joint where the air crackles with the scent of sizzling burgers and the laughter of patrons so tickled by the menu they're practically rolling on the floor. Let's start with their fan fave, the berry grilled cheese. It's like a juicy soap opera on a plate, with sweet berries and melty cheese battling it out for your taste buds. But fear not, my gourmands, for this grilled masterpiece always comes out on top. And then, there's the salad situation. Imagine a crisp garden party where every bite is a fresh and fabulous adventure. But don't be fooled by their innocent exterior, these salads pack a punchline. But let's not mince salads, the real stars of the show are the brisket chuck blend burgers. They're so juicy and flavorful, you'll swear you're biting into the comedic genius of Robin Williams. And let's not forget the brews, my friends. Their craft beers are as refreshing as a stand-up routine. Trust me, after a few sips, you'll be cracking jokes like a seasoned comedian. So, come one, come all, to Flatiron Bites Brews. It's the perfect spot for a night of side-splitting laughs, shameless indulgence, and enough food puns to make you howl for more. If you're looking for a trip to outer space without leaving New Mexico, check out the Cosmos. With eclectic decor that'll have you feeling like you've wandered into the set of a sci-fi flick, this place is out of this world. Now, let's talk about the grub. Their cosmic burger is a celestial masterpiece, so juicy and flavorful it'll make you forget about the vacuum of space. The mac and cheese is a cheesy, creamy dream that'll warm your soul like a cosmic cuddle. And their veggie burger, pork sandwich, and arfan rice are like stars in the night sky, each one shining with its own unique flavor. Speaking of stars, the staff here are like cosmic navigators, guiding you through the menu with the finesse of a seasoned astronaut. And the service. It's so slick, it'll make you think you're floating weightless through a zero-gravity space station. But hold on tight, folks, because the atmosphere's about to get a little cosmically bumpy. Like a supernova, the cosmos can get packed. So, be prepared to wait a bit for your cosmic treats. But trust me, it's worth the celestial delay. Just remember, like any space exploration, sometimes your journey may not go entirely as planned. You might encounter overcooked dishes or crinkle-cut fries that taste like frozen asteroids. But hey, that's all part of the cosmic charm. So strap yourself in, fellow space cadets, and prepare for a culinary adventure that'll leave you floating with delight. The Cosmos might not have a rocket ship to take you to the stars, but it'll give you a taste of the cosmos that's simply out of this world. To Crane's Bistro and Brew in Albuquerque, where the food is fresh, the beer is hoppy, and the service is swell, let's just say unique. First off, let me tell you, this place ain't no fine dining establishment. It's a bar, plain and simple. But don't let that fool you, my friend. This joint has a hidden gem up its sleeve, the food. It's like the ugly duckling who turned out to be a swan if swans were made out of tacos. Their green chili chicken pasta is a symphony of flavors, creamy and comforting with just the right amount of heat. And the Old Town turkey sandwich. It's a masterpiece, served with waffle fries that'll make you forget all about those limp excuses for fries you've been eating at other restaurants. Now, let's talk about the beer. They got 24 taps, each one pouring out the best local brews New Mexico has to offer. From pecan beers to green chili beers, they've got something to tickle every taste bud. Just be sure to ask for a sample before you commit to a full glass, cause some of those green chili beers pack a punch. As for the service, well, let's just say it's unforgettable. We walked in and were greeted by the same level of enthusiasm you'd expect from a sloth on Ambien. The sign said please wait to be seated, so we waited. And waited. And waited. Finally, after about 5 minutes, one of the servers sauntered over and flipped the sign to please seat yourself. But don't let that discourage you. Once you're settled in, the servers do their best to make up for the initial awkwardness. They're friendly and attentive, even if they do have a tendency to forget to wipe down your table. Overall, Two Cranes Bistro and Brew is a place where you can get some damn good food and beer, all while being entertained by the quirky service. Just don't expect a red carpet welcome, or your table to be spotless. Tasty Pot, where the spice flows like the Rio Grande. Picture this: you walk into a restaurant, and the owner greets you like a long-lost friend. The ambience is on point, like a festive Chinese New Year celebration that just won't quit. And then, BAM. A robot with a cat face brings you your drinks. Seriously, this place is like the Chuck E. Cheese of hot pot. Speaking of hot pot, let's talk about the food. It's so good, it'll make you want to drink the broth like soup. The kimchi pot is a fan favorite, and the spam musubi is the perfect sidekick. Just be warned, the spicy is not for the faint of heart. It's like playing Russian roulette with a jalapeno pepper. But hey, if you're on the cautious side, get the medium instead. It's like the spice level of a timid kitten that just got its first claws. Now, let's talk about portions. Unlike most hot pot places where you get to pile the ingredients higher than Mount Taylor, Tasty Pot does it for you. It's like a hot pot relief fund for the lazy. However, don't be fooled by the generous soup portions. The noodles. Well, let's just say they're about as substantial as a toddler's birthday cake. Seriously, I'd seen more noodles in a college student's ramen cup. But fear not. They make up for it with their boba. It's like the Milky Way in a cup, with a celestial blend of flavors. And the spam musubi. It's like a love letter to Hawaii. Overall, Tasty Pot is like the Albuquerque version of a Taiwanese hot pot party. It's got everything you need: great food, friendly service, and a robot cat that's sure to make you smile. Just don't expect to get a full belly of noodles. Instead, prepare for a culinary adventure that's as satisfying as it is amusing.